Everyone hates Teslas. People are selling them, their sales are down, they are being schlonged. It's crazy. But why? What went wrong? I thought electric was the future. Spoiler alert, it's because of Elon, and I think the whole thing is kind of dumb. Now, before everyone says, oh, you're just a fanboy, you want to have Model X with him? No, I'm not a fan. He has done some good things with Tesla and SpaceX, but I don't like the guy that much. And overall, I could just give a F about Elon, alright? I don't care about him. But here's the thing. These boycotts of Tesla show just how hypocritical we truly are. People are turning against Teslas because of Musk's affiliation with the president and all the stuff he's doing in the government. But here's the problem. Why stop at Teslas? All the other major CEOs have financially backed the president. How come we are not boycotting Apple and Google and Meta and Amazon? I get that Elon is kind of the front man of all this and he's the one who has, the most amount of power in the government. But they all support him. They are just smart enough not run their yap on Twitter. And putting politics aside, there have been plenty of reasons to boycott Tesla in years past. There are unethical labor practices, the lithium mines in Africa and all the bad stuff that happens there. Plenty of stuff, but no one cared because it didn't directly infect them. No one was avoiding Teslas because of all the evils in their supply chain. Because man, it was out of sight, out of mind. Let me make something clear. I don't think that you're a bad person if you buy a product which has some issues in its ethics and whatnot. That's every single product. There's no escaping it. But it's just a bit hypocritical for people to pick and choose what they get outraged over. Another example is that no one is calling for the boycotts of all these other tech companies, even though their CEOs support the current administration and they themselves have done terrible things in the name of profit. Why not? Well, the product that they use is just too damn popular. Calling for the boycott of Apple will never happen because giving up an iPhone is just too inconvenient and too many people own them. It's easy to hate on Teslas and Tesla owners because not many people own them, so it's easy to hate on a product that you don't probably own and weren't going to buy in the first place. But you can buy my love with a subscribe. Now let's get into the stuff that makes me want to jam a rod into my brain, squish it around and serve you a strawberry McFlurry. People are vandalizing Teslas and uploading them online to show how they're standing up to the man who bought a car. What did that person do wrong? They just bought a car. If you're going to assume that everyone who buys a Tesla agrees or likes Elon and is responsible for the stuff that he does, then everyone who buys iPhones agrees with this. It's so bad that I can't even say it. It's not even an effective form of protesting because, people aren't going to believe in your ideas if you communicate it to them by being a public nuisance, right? People's perception of ideas is almost entirely based on how it's delivered to them. So if they see some freaks of nature running around freaking schlogging cars, drawing beautiful, big, luscious rods, they're going to think this guy's an idiot with nothing better to do with their life, and they'll assume that all criticism of Elon come from degenerate freaks like this. Now, for those who might say, this idiot, self-righteous moron sounds like a squirrel getting kicked in the butt. Who is he to tell me how to live? I am not suggesting that we all live like a bunch of prudes and just constantly be on about, supply chain ethics. Not OSHA compliant, no minimum wage. But we are all drowned by our own problems and we don't have time to care about all these different things. The days of actually being able to benefit from, cheap sweatshop labor is unfortunately long gone, my friends. You're not a horrible person for buying an iPhone or, whatever the hell is out there. And you can boycott whatever you want for whatever reason, or like I said before, I don't like Musk. If you're going to go online and virtue signal and start all these culture wars, don't just do it when the headlines are hot and trendy. And most importantly, when the problems are local to you. Because imagine, what if all of us, protested or boycotted companies that used lithium from the Congo until they had better working conditions? Perhaps with these higher wages, all these companies wouldn't have been able to accumulate as much wealth and power as they have right now, and we might not live in this nightmare techno dystopia that we find ourselves in right now. Perhaps this is what we get for being ignorant to the sufferings that allowed us to sustain the first world lifestyle.